Well, at first glance, I thought I left the window down, but no, that's about right. You know, typical luck. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man. The little escape here had a blowout. So I don't know if something flew from the lawnmower. That would be my most likely guess. Or maybe an angry bird. Or maybe Buddy the dog got angry and did something. I don't know, but I guess I'll be finding a new window now. Let's hope we can like manhandle the trash bags over the thing. I might have to get, I have a 55-gallon one somewhere. I might be able to do if this won't work. It could just work though, you know, for a change. How about we just work? Probably not. That's better than nothing. It'll keep most of the animals out. Oh yes, there's glass even in the driver's seat. So that's just great. I was hoping that we could use this to carry our supplies down here to work on our project. But life is just not cooperating very well today. All right, back at this project again. I was hoping that we would be able to turn it over today and find out that our fuel pump was working. However, I remembered that the starter is off of it. So, before we do anything, I might clean that up and give it a quick coat of some gloss black if I can find some. Just so it looks all pretty like, and then we'll put it back on after a while. So I'll go do that and then I'll bring you back. We can, nothing is connected here. This was just for research purposes here last night. So we need to take that back off. It's just stuck in there. And then I've got a steel line. We can perhaps make some lines and stuff. So sure. We'll do that, and hopefully we don't destroy anything else today, because, yeah, we already started off today very poorly. So, let me go do what I said I was going to do, and I'll bring you right back. Okay, let's recap where we are, because I'm just about ready to go inside for the rest of the day. We've busted the window out of the escape somehow. We painted a starter outside after searching for the paint forever, only to find it was right here. Not a cloud in the sky, and immediately after painting it starts raining. So that makes a lot of sense, right? You know, bright sunny day, no cloud, starts raining. Yeah, wonderful. So who knows what's gonna happen? I'm just a little bit perturbed. So what to do? Well, I got a piece of fuel line here. I thought maybe if it wasn't too much trouble, I would bend up some lines so as to make it more better, you know, not have all this hose everywhere. But as of right now, I just don't know if it's gonna go or not. I mean, it's just ridiculous what has taken place here, but whatever. I guess we will just start bending up. Then we got these little corn fly things, or whatever you want to call them, sweat bees, that don't seem to mind their own business, so that's great. But yeah, I guess we will do some bending and see what we can make happen here. I don't exactly know what, well, that is a banjo bolt, so we could come up with something there, but at any rate, we're gonna make it more better, I hope. But we might make it more worser at this rate, so who knows? I have no plan. I have absolutely no preconceived notion of what I'm going to do next. So whatever you see is just straight out of my brain, I guess. I think it should probably have a 90 degree on that end. So we would land probably like that, because, you know, that ain't gonna work. So why not? It'll work. I really didn't want it to interfere with the throttle, which is right here. So we're gonna have to be like that. I guess we could be over here. It doesn't matter. I'd rather it not interfere with the throttle, and I'd rather it not be resting right on the deal. I don't know. Let's just roll with it. Find out we did it wrong. It'll work. Alright, well, this is way too long. So that's what she said. It is for you, you guys. Alright. So, to do that, of course we're way off because we're an idiot. Let's see. Alright, look at this monstrosity here. I'm hoping that it goes my way. It's going to be a feat of engineering here to get it in there like I had envisioned it. I'll probably have to take that tack cable loose, because I don't think I'll be able to do this any other way, unless perhaps I go like this. Oh, that might work. Might not, but it might. I gotta have two hands. I'm gonna have to do some finagling here. And then there's always the ever present question of, is this actually worth it? Was this a foolish thing to do? Was it not a foolish thing to do? Spark plug wires can't be trapped behind there, so that's got to change. Alright, we're going to have to also at some point bend this in a way where it does not interfere with anything. And right now, I might also be a slight little bit too long for what I had envisioned, but that's okay too, because I got some stuff to deal with this problem, see? And that is these magical things. I don't know that they're the right size, and I don't know they're what we want, but they're worth a shot, you know? I guess we're going to be first drilling them out, because that one ain't gonna fly. Okay, so we're not doing so well at all. We are not. We're not gonna lie. We're gonna start over here. It's gonna be fine. These little bees are driving us nuts, but we will make do. Okay. We can do this, friends. I tell you, when stuff doesn't go right, it just like snowballs down a rabbit hole of sadness. And it's one right after the other of things not working. And it really makes me sad. All right. That was a long time just to make one clamp work. We just didn't have going for us there for a minute. But we managed. Alright, that'll go there. This one needs to go right there on that little bolt. And that might be okay because it might actually be the appropriate size. Now let's guess. I'm guessing. See, this whole time you haven't even been able to see what's happening. But I'm gonna guess that this is 10 millimeter. And it is. And I'm going to guess that these stupid little corn flies are going to keep annoying me the whole time. And they are. So that's good. Today is a struggle at life. Now, what are the chances that we can get this up there where it needs to be in order to do this thing that I have in my brain? There. See? Alright. Up there like this. There. Alright. We kind of got it. Kinda. Sorta. I think that's in there good. It's not rubbing anything. It's what I envisioned, sorta. What I gotta do though now is saw a little of this off because it's not gonna be, yeah, I want to be able to pivot this down. That's gonna take the place of this, so I can pull that out of there. So if I were to put that straight down, it's hard to do with the camera sitting right where I need to be. But basically what's going to take place is we're really putting a lot of faith in the fact that this pump is going to work. Designing all this stuff before we've made her go. But we're going to saw her off down a little bit and then put the rubber hose between the two. So that would require the little mini tubing cutter, which I bought a brand new one and I don't know what I did with it. So ain't that par for the course. Kinda. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, what the heck? Come on. There. All right. Friends, what a struggle. Just for a simple thing. Somewhere here is my scissors, but I don't know where that is, so we'll just use the utility knife. That way we can slice our fingers too. That'd be a good project for today to also, you know, injure ourselves horribly. It's just really hard to be motivated to do anything now. All right, so this is a lot more clean. It's maybe still not ideal right here, but like I said, I have to track down some barb fittings there so I can, you know, if I point this out this way, it'll make a more gentle curve and it won't be kind of all in your face there. And then I probably would do the same on the back side and eliminate. Right now I have a 90-degree bend in the tube and then a loop back there behind the motor, which will work, but I don't know if I really want a loop. It would be better to have a straight shot. We'll see how this works. Hopefully this works, because if this doesn't work, it makes me look foolish, you know? Up there's nice. about as good as we can get with what we're working with. It's another bizarre thing. I got it a little too close, I guess, to there, but I didn't want to be into the throttle linkage. But what I'm saying is it eliminates a lot of rubber lines and a lot of sloppy looking stuff that we would have had before. So that's what I was after. So now we will put the starter back on and we'll put some gas in it and we'll crank it over and we'll see if it doesn't fill everything, you know. If it does, then we know everything's working good. If it doesn't, sadness is what's happening. So we'll probably pull that line off of the carburetor when we do this, just so we know that it's going all the way where it needs to go. So let's go over to the other side. All right, now I got this back in. Amazingly, that pulley pulled right off by hand. So that was pretty sweet. Got the new one put on. Have to get us a belt now, but that's also sadness because we'll have to pull the hydraulic pump shaft to be able to get the belt on. But that's just a hurdle we have to cross here to get this finished. But for now, we're gonna put the starter back on, and that's kind of no fun either because that both bolts are in such a way that you cannot get a socket on there, and they're in such a way that you have to have the offset wrench to get that on there. This obviously is a replacement 12-volt starter because it spins it excellently at 12 volts, and it would not do that thing if it was still on 24 volt. So that being what it is, we're gonna try to get this on there. That's an odd angle for you probably because the world is all crooked, but that's the way she goes. Oh, what fun this will be. What fun indeed. I'm not going to hook any of the wires back up because all I need to do is clamp here to crank and then turn my jump pack on and it should go. So let me go get that thing. We'll pour some fuel in it and then we'll try to see if our stuff we did today actually accomplished anything. All right, we got this hooked up. We got fuel in it. Let's crank. Yay! Let's let her sit a second. We don't want to overload our starter, but we're getting fuel in there. Okay, perhaps we ought get us a container so we don't just spray it all over the place. We're thinking today. I mean, it's all we got. It's all we got. Man, we're not getting any. Why are we not getting any fuel out of our line yet? That much air to fill? I think that's plenty coming out of there. In other words, I think it's going to be just fine. Because you're not going to be demanding full flow all the time. So I think that'll work. All right, now before we call this a afternoon. We got all that. That's working wonderfully. That's super cool. I suppose I should put this down for keeps, and then we could pour it full of water and see if it will in fact come out of the water pump like I wanted. Because, yeah, you know. All right, you just hang out there. We're gonna watch and see if anything comes out of there, which is gonna require me to do this as a good job and not spill stuff, which I'm not sure is possible. It's going to have to fill the entire lower part of the block and the radiator to do this. Switch to this side, maybe I can do a better pour. Uh-oh, I see more trouble. I don't think my lower valve is shut. Nope, stop. Okay, crisis averted there. Shoot, you know what I forgot to do? Put that sending unit in for keeps. I should do that first so that I don't just waste water, you know? I'm not too smart, friends. All right. I had thread tape here all along. I was freaking out there for a minute. But I don't know that we had that in an episode, but I peer pressured this aluminum manifold into American threads for that sending unit. Seeing as how it is aluminum, and seeing as how it was already modified, sawed off. So there we go. I hear it gargling. It's got to come out of that pump hole though before I'm satisfied. Yes! That is success, my friends. That means water is in the pump. And that's what we wanted. Now, of course, it's going to make a mess because we don't have the hose hooked up. But, hey, there's been worse things in life. Including losing the cap to my antifreeze jug. Alright, so with that sweetness there, that means that everything is full till here. And it means that our plate is letting water into our water pump. And our water pump affects the level, so that means it's working good. I'm so excited. Now all that's left is our plumbing situation, where we get our bypass set up more better than this. We may have to go a different route there with this fitting, which is fine because I wasn't really thrilled on that anyway. But it's coming together, friends. So anyway, what we're down to here is basically connecting that up, finding us a belt, and putting in our fan spacer, and it should be ready to rumble. So that is pretty sweet. All of our gambling over here, I think, paid off, where we have us a nice clean looking fuel system that actually works. We may actually have to take this off and smear a little bit of sealer around it. We'll run it a little bit and see if it starts leaking engine oil, because Right now, it ain't got much in the way of gasket material in there. So, sure. But I'm super excited to finally see this coming to the point where I know I didn't waste all my time and effort. So, once we get this going, like I said, hopefully we never have trouble with this tank. I mean, he said it was pretty thin, but he pressure tested it and it didn't leak, so hopefully that keeps up. And then basically our struggle, after what I just said a minute ago, that little stuff up front to button up, our struggle is going to be wiring. And then from wiring we move on to sheet metal fitment. And when we're at that point, friends, we are on the downhill slide, because yeah, but we are moving along very well, and I'm happy for what we accomplished. I'm glad I've been up these lines. I think that makes it look a lot nicer, and you know, time will tell how good a job that really was, but I think it'll be what we want. It looks kind of original-ish, even though it wasn't quite, you know. Originally there was a block threaded into that hole, and then the sediment bowl was made onto it to go on. So the sediment bowl is actually very close to the same place that it would have been originally. However, it's totally different than what it was originally. So, but fuel is going where it needs to go, and I would say that we're gonna have us a runner here on its own. So yeah, then we'll find out what next struggle awaits us. I know he said that rear end was flushed out, so we're gonna have to, I'm sure, drain that and fill it with the correct oil, whatever that may be. It should probably be hydraulic oil if it's like all the others, but we'll just have to see. We'll look it up in the book and make sure we know where to put everything in at on this one, because we know nothing about this one, you know. But once we get that done, you know, there's still a lot of work, but we're a lot farther than we were. So, and progress was made today quite a bit. So we'll see how far we get next time, and we'll leave this one here. Do you suffer from low intelligence and are easily entertained? Well, then hit that thumbs up button and leave a comment. And that way we can keep making entertainment that your feeble minds can understand. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.